Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about ID verification failure on Doordash. So recently a subscriber slid into my DMs, Octavio Gutierrez. Thank you so much for DMing me and making this video possible. I don't normally do videos based on DMs from my Instagram. I usually prefer people email me at drivenwyld@gmail.com, but I was reached out through here. I happen to be at the computer, so I figure, what the hell?
Can I ask you a question?
I would prefer that you not, but I won't go so far as to forbid it.
All right, I heard yes, so.
And he was having a bit of trouble with his account. So with that said, I want to go over everything that Octavio was going through with his account, what Doordash tells you about it versus how it actually is, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain and is never intended to be legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research, consult with qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that everything that we're going to be going over on this subject is very market dependent, on what applies to me and my market may not apply to you. So with that said, let's get started. How's it going, boss? Not much, you? I came across your YouTube account because I was having trouble with my Doordash account. Would you help me with some questions? As long as you don't mind this becoming content. No problem at all. My account got deactivated back in March. I barely got it back after appealing, but I'm having trouble understanding the persona verification process. So the persona verification process is actually that facial scanning feature that you have when logging into Doordash. Doordash implemented that for two major reasons. Number one, they want to make sure that the people using their accounts is actually the people using their accounts and not somebody renting out their accounts for other drivers or people trying to get back onto the platform after being deactivated. And second, they want a good reason to soft deactivate people. But we'll go into that later. Thank you for contacting us regarding the Dasher identity verification process. As part of continuous efforts to improve security of the Doordash platform, we have implemented an identity verification process to help ensure that you are you. Oh, that's a lot of political nonsense. Let me fix that.
As part of continuous efforts to find more and more ways to wrongfully deactivate drivers, we have implemented an identity verification process that sometimes works when the camera has a problem, or when we want to soft deactivate you and claim that there is a problem with the identity verification process. And that way we could get rid of intelligent drivers and let dumb top dashers be dumb top dashers.
Yep, that sounds about right. To confirm your identity in a secure way, Doordash has partnered with Persona on this verification process. In order to keep your personal information and account secure, Doordash will only ask you to verify your identity through the Dasher app or our partner third-party vendor Persona. For more information, please visit the Dasher Help Center by clicking here. Well, first off, congratulations to Octavio for getting his account back, because that is really hard to do for Doordash drivers as a whole, let alone for anyone else. Once I click on Persona with the blue letters, it takes me to the next step, which is what confuses me. Customize how you know your business. I click on try it now, then let's get started. I put in my email, but it tells me that something is wrong. The persona process is usually done through the app. Like when you're either just logging in or getting ready to dash now, that's when they'll ask you to do the whole thing with the facial scanning, where they have you look at the camera, then you look to your left, then you look to your right, etc. It's not done through some account. And second, the overall business email address, I would assume that's more of a Doordash conversation rather than a Dasher conversation. I've never had to make a persona account for any reason. So when he tried to log in again, they were saying that they were unable to verify your ID and selfie. And that's what would come up on their app. After getting reactivated, this is what happens.
Well, that was a big ass bucket of nothing.
I have a sneaking suspicion that they knew that deactivation was wrongful, and now they're trying to claim that
we couldn't verify your identity, so therefore we're going to wrongfully deactivate you again.
So I asked him if there were any changes in his ID, maybe facial hair, maybe went from bearded to no beard to beard, maybe got his hair done differently, lost weight, gained weight, etc. He says that there were no changes in his appearance. I told him to see if he can get in contact with Persona, but also that it seems like DoorDash is trying to soft deactivate drivers in this way, and he's just part of the list. And honestly, this has been a growing issue in the gig economy for a long period of time. And it's amazing how the UN actually challenged DoorDash in this way, and they're still doing it. They made one article on the subject claiming that they're doing the right thing, and meanwhile, they're just getting even more scummier than normal. I made a video talking about the verification process on DoorDash. I will leave that video in the description. Feel free to check it out. It seems like Octavio is not only been kicked off the platform, they're doing everything in their power to keep them off the platform. Because that is the piss poor integrity and character of the failures that are running DoorDash Incorporated. If I were Octavio, I would have a very well diversified gig portfolio in case something ends up happening. DoorDash, UberEats, Grubhub, that's great. How about Instacart? How about Viho? How about Amazon Flex? Medical couriers, grocery delivery apps, the list can go on for hours. All in all, it is your responsibility to make sure that you're making as much money as possible and not being super dependent on any one app. One of the things that he said in our conversation was that he went through a really bad time because he lost his account. And I remember being in that position. It is probably one of the most painful experiences because you're like, what'd I do? I didn't do anything. Why would you wrongfully deactivate me? I'm just trying to make money. Meanwhile, this is what ends up happening. So do yourself a favor. Just do whatever you can to protect yourself from this situation and treat the gig economy as an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal and not the goal, because let's be honest, you never know when this is gonna end up being you at the end of the day. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.